Anthony Richardson versus Gardner Minshew. Who should be QB1 for the Indianapolis Colts?
There's no better way to get better at football than playing football. So if you want to...
Taylor's going to finish it! I've always been confident in my abilities. I think, I'm a guy that can go out there, and I always believe in myself that I'm going to get open and make the play if they throw me the ball.
The third. Ryan, end zone shot for Pierce. He caught it! Oh, what
a... Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Colts Cast. We are here to talk about everything and anything Indianapolis Colts. He's Jamal Lawrence, and I am Eric Smith, your co-host of the Colts Cast. Guys, look, if we don't get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the week, this is the last episode of the Colts Cast. You heard it here. But if you are unsubscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Even if you're on audio, I know there's a subscribe button. It helps us out immensely, and plus, it's free, everybody. 1 week until training camp, everyone. One more week. Patience is a virtue. To get by, I'm watching the Netflix show Quarterbacks, produced by Peyton Manning. Highly recommend it. Goes into the lives of Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota. Already been renewed for a second season. Guys, if you haven't seen it, it'll get you back into football, even though there's not really much Colts film there. But look, a word from our sponsor real quick. Baseball is back, and I know everyone wants to hit a home run, but you can't do that when your untrimmed bush is starting to look like Wrigley Field. Get your game on point with Manscaped, and you can start scoring on and off the field. With their top-notch grooming products trusted by 8 million men worldwide, grab some Cracker Jacks, a hot dog, and the Lawnmower 4.0, and let's play ball. Don't forget to use code COLTSCAST for 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Manscaped has the full package for your package this season. The Performance Package 4.0 checks every box and is the 5-star tool you've been searching for your balls club. It's changed my life, guys. No more using a manual razor. Plenty of other useful products on their website, so browse around, see what you can find. But you got to trim your bat and balls with Manscaped to get into the MVP discussion this season. Most valuable player, of course, with the code COLTSCAST for 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code COLTSCAST at manscaped.com. Jamal, let's get right to it. The quarterback battle, one of the biggest headlines for the Indianapolis Colts this offseason. On one side, we have our 4th overall pick in the 2023 draft in Anthony Richardson. And another, we have the high-end backup who used to start back in his old jolly days. He's only 27, though. Gardner Minshew. Jamal, I asked you this, and I asked everyone who is tuning in. Who should start week 1?
Tough question, Eric. I think the consensus has, not been clear. A lot of people want Gardner Minshew. A lot of people want Anthony Richardson. It's across the board on all social media. Every time I look, I see a little bit of something. Well, Anthony Richardson's young, but Gardner Minshew was in the system. Well, Anthony Richardson is ready to go out there. Gardner Minshew didn't do this while he was a starter. So there's a lot of people, up and about, and they can go either way. But for my video fans right here, I'm going to show you who. And my audio fans, I'm going to tell you who. This man goes by the name of Mr. Richardson. Anthony Richardson. Guys, he will be the starter, in my personal opinion. He has to be the starter. There's no choice. Colts hit rock bottom last year. Legit. No way they can go further south than they did last year. We saw the noodle arm. We saw the sacks. We saw the okay production at running back. We saw the non-production at receiver. I think that it's the tide has changed. Anthony Richardson is going to bring a new element to the team. We're going to have a better O-line. We should have better O-line. We should have our main guy running back there. We should have a better wide receiver core.
It's the same O-line from last year. O-line.
I know. Would you believe that Quentin Nelson, he's just a non-factor now, according to everybody on Twitter, based off of what we posted. Unbelievable. It doesn't matter though. But same O-line. But they have a little more tenure at them now. We got Mr. Ryman coming off his rookie season, so I think that'll make a difference. Nelson to come back stronger than ever. So it'll be interesting. But back to the topic at hand, guys, Richardson needs to get the experience. And I can tell you right now, the Indianapolis Colts did not draft him at the number 4 spot to have him sitting on left bench throughout the entire rookie season. I can promise you. Here's my opinion. I think if he's truly performing that poorly after 6 games or so, then you can consider benching him and letting Minshew in here. But I think that you are doing a disservice to him if you take him out any sooner than week 6. We're looking at week 2, week 3. He's going to screw up the first couple weeks. Like anybody's going. I don't. Minshew will probably screw up the first couple weeks he's in there. You have to get acclimated to game speed and to your receivers and everything like that. So I don't think it would be fair to sit him after anything before week 6. And I also think about the fact that the offense is going to be tailored towards Mr. Richardson. We know that Shane Steichen and company is in the building right now, doing everything they can to make this an Anthony Richardson offense. And I know they'll have it. And we have plenty of time for it, guys. Again, remember, this is a big deal. Steichen, 6-year contract. We got Richardson on a rookie contract. This does not have to be all perfect in season 1. So this is the learning curve for him. And as I said in plenty of episodes before, what I'm looking for is progression. As long as he's going up, I don't care if we necessarily don't on paper show in the win and loss column that we are above 500, but as long as Richardson is getting better from being out there, that's what I want to see. Because we're at a different point, guys. It's not like when we drafted Luck and we wanted to get back into the playoffs the next year. I think we need to address the elephant in the room that the Colts have successfully missed the playoffs 3 out of the 5 seasons under Frank Reich himself. So we have to talk. We have to mention that.
Talk about playoffs.
Don't talk about it, Jamal.
Playoffs.
Don't talk
I just
about
hope we can win a game. Playoffs. Don't talk.
I think it's clear, guys. I mean, we're at a it's the passing of the baton. It's Anthony Richardson's team now. We got to let him go out there and show what he can do. And he's ready. I think he wants to grow. So why not put him in the pool and see if he'll sink or swim? I got a feeling that he's gonna drown a little bit at first, but who wouldn't? I mean, we saw what happened with Ryman last year at the offensive tackle spot. First game, terrible. Second game, wasn't too hot, but guess what? As the season went on, he got better. That's what happens, guys. When you get experience, you get better. None of you went into your job day one and were a mastermind at it. I can promise you that much. So as time went on, you became a vet. Now you're good at your job. You're better than what you were. So put him on the field. Get him out there.
Look, let me weigh both sides. I'm gonna be detailed and look at both quarterbacks. So I can't think of a backup who fits more than Minshew. Listen, he was just with Shane Steichen in Philadelphia for the last 2 seasons. What does that mean? Gardner Minshew knows the playbook. Definitely knows it. The entire playbook, assuming Shane Steichen's offensive scheme is the exact same. Even if it isn't word for word, play for play, you got a guy who's familiar with it all. This is why there's a chance that Richardson could sit week 1. I mean, we're not ruling it out. Now, Anthony Richardson, he may be deemed not pro ready yet. And we have to accept that if the coaching staff comes to that answer. Or do we? I don't know. I'll leave that to y'all. Anyway, he's also a bona fide stud relative to other backups. He's no scrub. He's definitely not a scrub. Minshew is no scrub. 27-year-old was a starter back in 2019 and 2020. Over those 2 years, he went for 37 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, amassed over 5,500 passing yards and averaged about 7 yards per attempt. Those aren't godlike numbers by any means. But did you guys hear me? 37 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Imagine if Matt Ryan had that TD interception ratio last year. We'd be like, okay. All right, we may not have gotten Anthony Richardson if that was the case, but Minshew mania, I believe he's a decent starter for the Indianapolis Colts for a few weeks or so, assuming he gets the week 1 start. Now, the other side, bring in the raw but extremely talented Anthony Richardson in the picture, the 1-year college starter with below average college stats. Yet he was so highly coveted due to his jaw-dropping athletic ability, immense size, hand cannon in that arm, and a few other uncoachable traits. It's exciting times in Indianapolis. We know that. But now I'm asking myself, should Anthony Richardson start week 1? Well, I know a few things. Jim Irsay already said, and I quote, Anthony Richardson will start this season. He did say that, end quote. So at some point, he's playing. He's starting. We already know that. Gardner Minshew will not play 17 weeks unless something happens to Anthony Richardson. So He didn't say week 1, but this season. So the man is seeing the field no matter what. Look, Jim Irsay is not the head coach, but we know what kind of influence he has on the decisions surrounding this team. We have to respect that. So it's not a matter of if Anthony Richardson will start, but when. So on a different team, I look at this. I think on a different team, Anthony Richardson would be a sit-a-year type of guy, like some quarterbacks are. Like Patrick Mahomes did that. Like a lot of other rookie quarterbacks. However, he only has to compete with Gardner Minshew. It's not like he's coming in and playing behind Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, even someone like Geno Smith. A competent starter. So back to the original question: who should start week 1? I haven't seen any preseason footage yet. We got a few weeks before that. But Jamal, I'm at to agree with you. It's got to be Anthony Richardson, right? It's got to be.
Smart man. Got to be.
Yeah. And, it's not unheard of that a rookie starts week 1. Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Andrew Luck, Carson Wentz, Ryan Tannehill, Jameis Winston. I could keep going. But look, the thing is, a lot of these guys turned into yearly starters. It's not like their career was derailed because they got started too early. Even Matt Ryan started his rookie year. What it actually did, like you said, Jamal, gave them experience from the jump. And especially with Richardson's case, because that's the knock on him. He has no games under his belt, 13-game starter. All right, well, here's your chance right now. You got a head coach who has history of developing great quarterbacks. And you know what? We're not expected to contend. At least the mass media thinks so. No one's talking about us, and that's fine. We like an underdog story. But let's face reality. If I had to bet if the Colts were going to make a push for the Super Bowl, I'm going to go with no right now. I'm going to go with no. Now, I can be surprised, but right now we need some development. We're on the lower part of that trajectory angle. So I think the most important thing this season is Anthony Richardson's development. That's the most important thing. So without seeing what he can do in the preseason and what Gardner Minshew has in his arsenal, today, July 19th, 2023, you have to get the future of your franchise some reps. Potential future of the franchise. Now, if he's absolutely dreadful in the preseason, like I'm talking like missing layups and stuff like that, if we put it in basketball terms, I think you have to sit him just because he needs time. I would say there's no reason to throw him out at that point if we see that, but I don't foresee that. There will be growing pains, Jamal. I think you said that, but I think in this projected offensive scheme, I think it'll be Richardson friendly. So get the young man in there, baby. Like I think that's what we all want. That's what Colts Nation wants.
Yeah, some excitement.
Yeah, I think that will. Do we open up at home?
Yes,
we do.
Let me make sure. Yeah, I think my tickets are for Jacksonville.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I'd rather not come on later and say I misspoke.
Oh, I feel you. Been there, done that. Looks like. Oh, wait. Yeah, September 10th. Yeah, Jaguars.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
so a home game. We get Anthony Richardson out there. Let's say he gets the starting nod like at 11:30 a.m. Do you know how hype Colts Nation would be?
It's gonna be crazy.
I just man, and the fans are gonna be out there. We have one of the most loyal fan bases. It would just be different to see him lead his team out there on the field. I gotta see it. Now I want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm envisioning it right now. I want to see it. So look, I like Minshew, but I need Richardson to get some experience. We know with these other quarterbacks that I just named that it did not destroy their careers. If anything, it helped them. So get that man out there day one. He's our QB1 until further notice.
Grand opening, grand closing. We'll take it. AR to the max.
AR5 to the max. Let us know what you guys think if you've made it to the end of this episode. We want to see if you want Gardner Minshew or Anthony Richardson. I would have to say that the needle will be going to AR5, but I'm I'm here for the surprises. But that's going to be it for us, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Colts Cast. We are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or any platform you use to listen to podcasts. We'll be back next time to give you some more Indianapolis Colts content. Y'all take care.
Take care.